In the retail landscape, FMCG brands and manufacturing companies offer an array of products across diverse categories. The organized retail sector is experiencing rapid growth, particularly in emerging economies, leading to the practice of category management. This practice presents a challenge due to the intricate interplay between products and how they evolve. To understand this better, let's take a closer look at what a category is. Imagine a category as a collection of interconnected products, some of which can serve as substitutes for one another. This puts them in the same category.
Look at this from the retailer's perspective. You might have private label brands also, which are brands that the supermarket, a large enough supermarket could brand its own products and put it there. A retailer would want maximum profit from a category. Category management is this art and science of ensuring that category sales, revenues, profits, category level outcomes are optimized for the retailer. Now, from that perspective, we've had a lot of work happen in the marketing area that kind of looks at this, right? You want to predict revenues, you want to predict sales, you want a model for demand. Given prices and product attributes, given this level of promotions, given distribution at a certain level, the 4 marketing mix factors, what would sales be? So you have a model that connects these inputs to the sales or any outcome of interest. It could be sales, profits, you name it.
This research paper looks at 2 key factors that would affect the purchasing patterns of consumers. 1. Inter-product impact. When one product, say A, affects the sales of another product, B, within the same category due to price changes. They are seen as substitutes, leading to unintended consequences. 2. Interperiod effects. In simple words, interperiod effects are when the current price of the same product affects its sale the next time a consumer wants it. Examining the classic market mix, which includes product attributes, prices, place, and promotion, reveals inter-product and inter-period substitution effects, impacting consumer choices across the board.
In order to do anything, we would want to be able to predict what sales would be. What happens if I change prices? What happens to sales? What happens if I change my promotion strategy? What happens to sales? So all these what-ifs that we ask, this is encapsulated in a mathematical form in what we call a model, in this case a demand model. Typically, people who focused either on the inter-product effects in their demand modeling or on the inter-period effects in their demand modeling. What we try to do is bring the two together.
The research paper focuses on the beer category within a US regional retailer, where a mix of large and local breweries compete on the same shelf. It examines product attributes like brew color, bottle shape, and hop varieties, while also considering dynamic pricing strategies. Beer is offered in various formats, including 6-packs, 12-packs, and 18-packs, making this category a dynamic and multifaceted area of study.
So there are a number of ways in which we had to account for the marketing mix of these products. Then we look at substitution effects. So a Miller would, for instance, not really be competing with a Bud Light, which is considered more premium. This is a little more mass, and so on. We had to calculate for every product, every pair of products, we had to calculate similarity, which would affect substitution. And based on the similarity and its own marketing mix, we would be able to compute the net demand effect that one product would exert on the other. Once that was in place, the rest was pretty much autopilot.
The research paper hinges on the idea of what is called forward-looking behavior. If consumers had no recollection of the past or anticipation of the future in their decision-making and purchasing, this issue wouldn't come into play. However, people possess memory and engage in forward-looking actions when making their choices and purchases.
It matters what prices were last week because they will affect my behavior as a consumer this week. And it matters what I think prices will be, reference prices and where things are going, because based on that I will change my purchase behavior, choice behavior changes. Now it's kind of hard to put this into the inter-period problem. How far ahead am I going to look? Is it one period? Is it two periods? Is it 3 periods ahead? How do we define a period?
The study defined a period based on common supermarket shopping patterns. To align with this approach, a 1-week period was chosen for the analysis. The focus was on uncovering the relationship between elevated prices in 1 week and their impact on sales in subsequent periods. To ensure a holistic perspective, a comprehensive study was conducted over 23 weeks, which approximately corresponds to half a year.
So think about starting at different price levels and then watching it play out and see what would happen at the end, which is kind of what the machine is doing. So it's simulating these different things that would happen. And we got a net benefit of about 3.3% more in profits. So this is big, right? I mean, retail is wafer thin margins typically, and 3.3% is not something to be sneezed at out there. It's quite substantial. We were able to show that the current pricing path of a retailer that doesn't take into effect dynamic effects, inter-period effects, is suboptimal. You're leaving money on the table, and we showed that our method is better, and with a high-low pricing path, which is what comes out as an outcome of the model, we're doing very well indeed, 3.3% more. Without losing customers, without losing sales, I mean, that part is always there. So we are giving them not just what the prices of different products are, but how they should change over time. So we suggest that it should go up and then come down and go up again. Whereas most supermarkets follow what is called an EDLP strategy, everyday low pricing, where you keep the price where it is and you keep it, you don't move it around much.
EDLP is a common strategy followed by Walmart and the like. It means everyday low pricing. As a consumer, you come in and be assured that whatever price you're seeing now is the best price there is. As a result, it was the same last week and the week before. The strategy works for a certain segment of consumers, but not for all.
A Walmart attracts a typical, a particular segment of people there. This particular retailer attracts a different segment of people. So given the kind of people you are attracting to your stores, which should be the strategy? The paper talks about building a demand model which is more complete than what is available currently. And not just more complete, I mean, it is also more flexible, more robust, parsimonious. I mean, it doesn't, given the complexity it is handling, it doesn't have too many parameters.
While this paper solely focuses on price dynamics, a more comprehensive analysis could delve into factors such as promotional strategies, fluctuations in retailer pricing, and data from various product categories. This paper provides a thorough, resilient, adaptable, and scalable demand model, primarily centered around pricing dynamics. For retailers, implementing this model could be a lucrative decision, as not doing so would essentially mean leaving potential profits on the table.